Gentlemen, let me ask you something that might surprise you. Have you ever stopped to wonder if that handful of nuts you snack on each day could be quietly deciding the future of your intimacy, your confidence, and even your erections? Most men never think about it. Nuts are small, they're simple, and they feel harmless. But the truth is, once you cross 60, the little things matter more than ever. The foods you eat every day are no longer just snacks, they are signals. Signals that tell your body whether to keep blood flowing freely, testosterone rising strong, and nerves firing with sensitivity, or to slowly shut those systems down. And here's the shocking part. Some nuts are like rocket fuel for your circulation and hormones. They open arteries, protect nerves, and help you wake up with the kind of morning strength you thought was gone forever. But others, nuts you probably eat without a second thought, do the exact opposite. They inflame your vessels, block critical minerals, and quietly chip away at your manhood day after day. That's why today I'm going to reveal the 5 nuts that support rock-solid performance after 60 and the 2 nuts that quietly destroy it. Stay tuned until the end because the last bad nut is one most men snack on almost daily, and it could be the very reason you feel drained, sluggish, and weaker in the bedroom. I'm Dr. Thomas Carter. For over 20 years, I've sat across from men in their 60s and 70s who walked into my office feeling defeated. They thought their best days were behind them, that intimacy was over, that confidence was gone, and I've watched those same men transform simply by learning to work with their bodies, not against them. Erections are not just about desire. They are about blood flow, nerve strength, and hormones all working in harmony. And nuts deliver the exact building blocks these systems need. Omega-3 fatty acids to keep arteries flexible, arginine to boost nitric oxide, zinc to fuel testosterone, and antioxidants to protect sensitive nerves. But here's the truth. Not all nuts deliver the same gift. Some help you rebuild, others quietly erode the foundation. So let's separate the helpers from the destroyers. Nut number 1, walnuts, the king of circulation. First on our list is the humble walnut. They may not look like much, rough, wrinkled, even a little odd-shaped, but don't let appearances fool you. Walnuts are one of the most powerful foods you can eat for erections, circulation, and vitality. Why? Because walnuts are loaded with 2 critical allies, omega-3 fatty acids and the amino acid arginine. Here's what that means for you. Your body converts arginine into nitric oxide, and nitric oxide is the master signal that tells your arteries to relax, expand, and let blood rush freely into your penis. Without nitric oxide, blood flows restricted, firmness weakens, and erections fade too quickly. With plenty of it, circulation surges, chambers fill, and strength returns. Let me tell you about George, a 68-year-old patient of mine. He came to me embarrassed, saying, "Doc, I don't understand. I still have desire, but when the moment comes, my body doesn't cooperate." When we looked at his diet, it was heavy on processed snacks, chips, crackers, and the occasional peanut butter, but no real sources of nitric oxide support. I suggested something simple. Replace those snacks with a small handful of walnuts every day. George was skeptical. Walnuts? That's it? But he gave it a try. 3 weeks later, he came back grinning. "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but my mornings feel different, stronger. I feel like myself again." That's the quiet power of walnuts. But the benefits don't stop at circulation. Walnuts also deliver antioxidants like vitamin E and polyphenols that protect your nerves. And nerves are the electrical wiring of arousal. They carry the signal from your brain down to your pelvic region, telling your body it's time to respond. When those nerves are undernourished or damaged, pleasure feels muted and climax feels weaker. Walnuts nourish them, keeping sensitivity alive so arousal feels sharp and climax feels satisfying. And here's another bonus. The healthy fats in walnuts support testosterone production. Testosterone is the hormone of male vitality. It fuels desire, energy, and mood. Without it, everything feels flat. With it, life feels vibrant. The best part is you don't need much. Just a quarter cup, about a handful, is enough. Sprinkle them over oatmeal in the morning, toss them in a salad at lunch, or simply snack on them in the evening. The key is consistency. Week after week, month after month, that small daily handful becomes the difference between decline and renewal. Nut number 2. Almonds, the stress breaker. The second nut on our list is almonds. And if walnuts are the king of circulation, almonds are the quiet guardians of hormone balance. Why? Because almonds are rich in vitamin E, magnesium, and healthy monounsaturated fats. Vitamin E acts like a shield for your arteries, protecting them from oxidative stress, the rust that stiffens and damages blood vessels. When your arteries are flexible, blood flows easily into your penis, fueling strong erections. But the real secret is magnesium. Magnesium lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that works like a thief against testosterone. High cortisol doesn't just make you feel tense and anxious, it literally robs your body's ability to produce testosterone. Think of it this way. Every time stress rises, testosterone falls. And when testosterone falls, desire fades, erections weaken, and performance suffers. Almonds break that cycle. By providing magnesium, they calm your stress response and give testosterone the space to rise again. Let me share a story. Mark, a 70-year-old retired teacher, told me, "Doc, I feel tired all the time. My energy is low, my confidence is low, and intimacy feels like a chore." When we talked, it became clear that his stress levels were through the roof. He worried about bills, his health, and his family. I asked him to do 2 things. Add a daily handful of almonds and spend 10 minutes each evening doing slow breathing. Just 2 weeks later, he returned with a smile. "I feel calmer, Doc. My mornings are different, and my wife noticed too." That's the hidden gift of almonds. But almonds don't stop there. They also fuel steady energy. Instead of sugar spikes and crashes, the nutrients in almonds help your body convert food into long-lasting fuel. That means more alertness, less fatigue, and more reliable energy for intimacy. The best way to enjoy almonds? Raw or lightly roasted. Avoid the ones coated in sugar, salt, or flavorings that cancel out the benefits. A handful a few times per week is enough. Over time, almonds keep your circulation strong, your stress low, and your hormones balanced. The perfect combination for performance after 60. Nut number 3, pistachios, the science-backed booster. The third nut might surprise you. Pistachios. These little green nuts may look unassuming, but they are one of the most scientifically proven foods for erectile health. Why? Because pistachios are rich in arginine, the amino acid that boosts nitric oxide. And nitric oxide, as you now know, is the master switch that opens blood vessels wide and lets circulation flow. Without nitric oxide, erections are weak, short-lived, and unreliable. With it, they are firm, lasting, and strong. Pistachios deliver it naturally in a tasty snack you can enjoy anytime. But here's the exciting part. Science backs it up. Studies have shown that men who ate pistachios daily for just 3 weeks experienced measurable improvements in erectile function. Not pills, not gimmicks, but real food making a real difference. Pistachios also lower LDL, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries. When arteries are clogged, especially in the pelvic region, erections weaken. By lowering LDL, pistachios keep pathways wide open so blood flows smoothly when you need it most. Let me tell you about Sam, a 65-year-old retired firefighter. He carried himself with strength, but when he sat in my office, his shoulders sagged. "Doc, I used to feel unstoppable. Now I'm up twice a night, and when I wake up, there's nothing left down there." I suggested he replace his evening chips with a small bowl of pistachios, just a handful each night. 2 weeks later, he called my office. "Doc, I don't know how to explain this, but I woke up with strength I haven't felt in years." That's the quiet, science-backed power of pistachios. The best way to enjoy them? Snack on a handful in the afternoon or evening. They'll curb hunger, fuel circulation, and support both your arteries and your confidence. Over time, you'll notice firmer erections, more energy, and better endurance. Nut number 4, Brazil nuts, the hormone igniters. Now let's talk about a nut that looks simple, but carries one of the most powerful minerals for male health: Brazil nuts. These nuts are loaded with selenium, a trace mineral your body desperately needs but rarely gets enough of. Why does selenium matter so much? Because it is essential for testosterone production, prostate health, and even sperm quality. Without enough selenium, your testosterone dips, your energy crashes, and your erections become weaker. And here's the problem. Selenium deficiency is surprisingly common, especially as men age. Our modern soils are depleted, and most diets simply don't provide enough. Let me share a story. Paul, a 71-year-old engineer, came to see me because he felt his desire had completely faded. He said, "Doc, I don't feel like myself anymore. It's like the spark has gone." His blood test showed his testosterone was on the low side, but not low enough for medication. What he really needed was a nutritional boost. I told him to eat just 2 Brazil nuts each evening. That's it. No pills, no complicated regimen. 2 weeks later, Paul returned and said, "Doc, I don't know what magic is in those nuts, but I feel alive again. My mornings are stronger, and even my wife noticed the difference." The beauty of Brazil nuts is how little you need. Just 1 or 2 per day provides your full daily requirement of selenium. But here's the catch. More is not better. Too much selenium can actually be harmful, so stick to the sweet spot. Think of Brazil nuts as nature's testosterone booster. Take them in the evening, let your body process the selenium overnight, and wake up with more energy, more confidence, and stronger morning performance. Nut number 5, hazelnuts, the nerve protectors. The 5th nut on our list may surprise you. Hazelnuts. Most people think of hazelnuts only in chocolate spreads, but on their own, they're a powerhouse for male vitality. Hazelnuts are rich in folate, magnesium, and heart-healthy fats. Folate, also known as vitamin B9, is critical for nerve function, and nerves are the spark plugs of intimacy. They carry the messages of arousal from your brain down to your body. Without healthy nerves, pleasure feels muted, climax feels weak, and confidence fades. Magnesium in hazelnuts lowers cortisol, that stress hormone we've talked about, freeing testosterone to rise naturally. And their healthy fats reduce inflammation, keeping your arteries smooth and flexible. Let me tell you about Dennis, a 69-year-old retired coach. He said, "Doc, I feel numb down there. It's not just about erections, it's about sensitivity. I don't feel the same." I suggested he add a handful of hazelnuts to his diet, replacing his nightly cookies. 1 month later, he told me, "Doc, it's like someone flipped a switch. I feel sensations I thought were gone forever." That's the nerve-protecting power of hazelnuts. And there's another benefit: weight management. Excess belly fat suppresses testosterone and fuels inflammation, 2 of the biggest enemies of erections. Hazelnuts are satisfying without being heavy, making them the perfect swap for processed snacks. When eaten consistently, hazelnuts round out the puzzle, improving circulation, calming stress, protecting nerves, and supporting hormone balance, all in one small handful. Now, gentlemen, we need to talk about the other side of the story, the 2 nuts that quietly sabotage your performance: peanuts, the pretenders. First up, peanuts. And here's the truth: peanuts aren't even nuts, they're legumes, and they come with hidden problems most men never consider. One issue is mold toxins called aflatoxins, which often contaminate peanuts. These toxins stress your liver, and when your liver struggles, it can't regulate hormones properly. That alone can lower testosterone and leave you feeling sluggish. Peanuts are also very high in omega-6 fatty acids, and while your body needs some omega-6, most modern diets already provide too much. Excess omega-6 fuels inflammation, stiffens arteries, and irritates the prostate, all enemies of strong erections. Now, will a few peanuts here and there ruin your health? No, but relying on them as your main snack day after day slowly chips away at your circulation and your hormones. If you want better performance, peanuts should be the exception, not the rule. Cashews, the mineral thieves. Next are cashews. They're delicious, creamy, and often a favorite in mixed nuts. But when it comes to performance, cashews come with serious catches. Cashews are high in phytic acid, a compound that binds to minerals like zinc and magnesium, making them harder for your body to absorb. And remember, zinc and magnesium are two of the most important minerals for male vitality. Without zinc, testosterone drops. Without magnesium, circulation and relaxation suffer. Cashews are also high in carbohydrate load compared to most nuts. That means eating too many can spike your blood sugar. And every blood sugar spike is followed by a surge in insulin, which lowers testosterone and fuels belly fat. Over time, that combination erodes energy, confidence, and firmness. Like peanuts, the issue isn't having a few cashews in a stir-fry or sprinkled on a salad. The problem is when they become your go-to snack by the handful. Over time, they quietly steal the minerals and hormone balance you need to stay strong. Recap and call to action. So here's the bottom line. 5 nuts boost your vitality after 60. Walnuts, almonds, pistachios, Brazil nuts, and hazelnuts. 2 nuts quietly drag you down. Peanuts and cashews. Make the smart swap. Choose walnuts instead of peanuts, pistachios instead of cashews. Add Brazil nuts and hazelnuts to round out your foundation. Over time, these choices add up. You'll notice stronger erections, sharper sensitivity, more energy, and greater confidence. Gentlemen, your performance after 60 is not just about age. It's about the fuel you give your body. Choose wisely, and your mornings, your intimacy, and your manhood will thank you. So here's my challenge to you. Starting tonight, add one of these 5 powerhouse nuts to your daily routine. Give it just a few weeks and notice the difference in your mornings, your energy, and your confidence. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Tell me which nut you're going to try first: walnuts, almonds, pistachios, Brazil nuts, or hazelnuts. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to HealthHub, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear it. Remember, gentlemen, your vitality is still yours. Age is not the enemy. Neglect is. With the right choices, your confidence, your intimacy, and your manhood can remain strong well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond.